You know what, really quick, I will just say, I will just give my thoughts right now, my pros and my cons. The pros, right? The roster is beautiful. As far as being as, you know, as diverse for a pre-alpha test as it possibly can be. It's very fun with friends. It's very wacky. It's kind of like very open as far as like the kind of combos and possibilities you can do. The off-stage mechanics with just trying to recover, it does make for a lot more different types of hype moments and possibilities, which I will definitely give to WB. It is very, very cool, right? And the potential that this game has is also a pro. I'll give it as a pro because I think that just off of how this pre-alpha test has gone, I do think that, like I just said, that the future is bright for this game, and it's going to be free to play, and it's going to have loads of cosmetics and whatnot, and way more characters on the way, especially if we're going to be referencing this freaking leak, right? So with all that now in mind, I guess I can also say that everyone feels very unique to themselves, but that's kind of where the pros stop. Well, I will also, let me just also say this then. I do like how easy it is to kind of get playing with your friends. I do like how it's cross play. Those things are becoming more of a necessary. They're more necessary in video games nowadays, especially, you know, given all the circumstances happening in the world and whatnot. So having good, reliable netcode is very important. And aside from all of the hiccups that sometimes you'll have, there wasn't too many complaints that I will say. That for the most part, the experience was overall positive when it came down to just the matches. As far as the connectivity, there was definitely a lot of issues though, but that just goes to show you, out of the 20 plus hours I put into this game during the time that it was out during this week, I will say that, you know, it was satisfactory. Now, all of the cons. I need to be able to tech. I don't like bouncing around, not being able to do anything. Like, there's no options to stop it, right? I just have to hold that shit. I don't like that. That's really stupid, considering that there's no grabs and there's no there's nothing of the like, with this game being a very heavily aggressive, oppressive kind of play style. Everyone's super fast, and that leads me to my next con. There is no recovery time on a lot of these moves. A lot of these characters, man, they get away with murder, and it's ridiculous. And that shit needs to stop. It needs to change very soon. Hopefully by the next beta, if not the final version of this game. Because let me tell you something, a lot of these characters, they're not humble. Rain Dog, debut character, brand new character, ugly. I don't even want to get into it, okay? But this character is doing too much, okay, at once, and there's no cooldown. This game right now, in the state that it's in, it just promotes mashing, okay? I'm not trying to have that. That is that's no bueno. That's why things like shields and having less recovery options and being able to tech, it kind of regulates the match flow a little bit better. And since we don't have none of that, you can't also give us these crazy OD situations where characters are just hitting and swinging and swinging and swinging, and there's no cooldown. Even with the implementation of having certain moves where they have a literal cooldown, sometimes it just doesn't even matter for certain moves that don't have the cooldown. So there needs to be a lot more cooldown with a lot of these moves. And you know, I need to feel like if I'm going to be playing the match right as best as I possibly can, I need to be rewarded with the punishes that if I'm gonna bait somebody, I can't bait them and then not expect my reward of punishing. This is just how fighting games work. If you're just trying to, you know, maneuver, you like, you know, bait and catch your opponent, condition them, you can't. None of that exists because you're too busy trying to hope that they just get tired and they put the controller down. You know what I'm saying? Like that. That's literally what it comes down to. So that shit needs to be improved. Now, I was gonna shit on the stages, but let's face it, I am gonna sit on the stages. Okay, right now there's only 3 viable stages, and the fact that we know that there's mad characters on the way, and the roster right now is at a pretty healthy number right now. I'm looking at like 13 characters right now for a fucking pre-alpha. That's amazing. And out of all the stages that the game gave us, only 3 of them are good. And why are they good? Because they're standard. They are like, this is the stage where you got to go to get the job done, where you settle the score. You know what I'm saying? All the other stages, poorly designed. Like, those are stages that, okay, if we're gonna have them in non-competitive playlists, all right, I'm fine with that. And that's why I'm trying to say that, you know, I wasn't trying to shit on the stages, because I realized that the mode that we had for this pre-alpha is not what seems to be the competitive shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's all right. So if they're gonna have separate playlists where it's like, okay, you have all the bullshit stages on here, but then the serious stages on the other one, I'm totally cool with that. So it's kind of like a pro and a con at the same time. It's like I don't even know what to call that. Okay, but you guys get what I mean. Okay, I just hope that that's what it is. Okay, and that's what I hope that actually happens when it comes down to the staging. I would actually like to see stage striking implemented on the actual ranked, because if 2v2 is what they're trying to push, if 2v2 is something that they're trying to actually get people to take very seriously, in addition to just 1v1s, like, they made it very clear at the beginning, like, they really want to have 2v2 be like the thing. Stage striking should definitely be an option in that ranked shit. Hopefully we'll see how that goes, maybe by the next beta, if not for the full release. The other thing, this is like one of my last few points, I guess. The fact that y'all let us play this shit for a week straight, pretty much, and people was grinding the pass and just everything in general, you know, like trying to get all the costumes and shit, like your progress, right? I hope that it is heavily taken into consideration that those that spent their entire streams for the duration of this alpha test at least get the satisfaction of knowing that the progress will be linked to the WB account, and whenever there's a future beta, alpha, omega, whatever, okay, the final game version, all throughout those editions, the progress carries over. Okay, I think that shit is very important. And it would be almost a slap in the face to a lot of people that are looking forward to this game, and that put a lot of hours and a lot of time into it, for all this shit to just get wiped for the next phase and then for the final. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the DLC is gonna look like as far as like the cosmetics and whatever kind of season passes that they might have, but if what I'm hearing is true about there being like some sort of a founder's pass, I think that one of the features should obviously be the guarantee of all your progress. If that's not originally a part of the plan, which it should be, I shouldn't have to pay extra for that. But as someone that's very excited, that sees the potential of this game, and despite all the cons I just named, at the end of the day, I've come back to this game and I'm playing it. I really look at this game, I'm like, I could really see myself taking this shit seriously. I want to commentate for this game. I want to run tournaments for this game. I want to see way more characters in this game. I want a lot of shit to happen, because so far y'all giving me the good potential vibes, and that's a good thing. That's why I feel comfortable even admitting that as soon as y'all have an option to buy some shit, I will do it, because things that are worked on very well, that you could tell there was a lot of effort put behind, real recognizes real. And that's where I'm coming from. So yeah, there's a lot of shit that I don't like. There's a lot of shit that I don't like, but there's things that I do like, and I'm looking at the grander picture here, and I'm giving them a big ass benefit of the doubt, because I know that these things take time, and there's obvious, and this is the whole purpose of this was to get this kind of feedback, to see where the hell the holes were. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to fill them. Okay, I'm trying to fill them, so that way by the time the next shit comes out, or the final, by the time the final John comes out, all this shit is ironed out, and it's a beautiful release. The very last thing that I have to say, outside of the roster, you know, the future characters, whatever, more importantly, I just hope that with all good, positive, constructive feedback, okay, keyword on emphasis on constructive, all the constructive feedback, I just hope that y'all listen and take into consideration heavily and implement, okay? Because it's one thing when a company or a developer, they make the players and the consumers feel some type of way, like they're about to really be for them, and then their actions say otherwise. I hope that actions match the words, okay? Because talk is obviously cheap, and this is a free-to-play game, but free-to-play ends up making you pay. And that's okay. And that's okay, because that's just how it is. And I'm cool with that. Like I said, I'm cool with that because this is a platform fighter. I love my platform fighters. Obviously, I came up from Smash. This game has a lot of beautiful potential, and I would hate for this shit to get flattened out like Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. I don't want that shit to happen. I'm very upset. And here's a bonus thing I'm gonna say. Please give me please give me freaking Godzilla. I almost said Reptar because I just said fucking Nickelodeon. But please give me Godzilla. Give me the King of Monsters. Please do me a solid, okay, and give me the King of Monsters. And I'm gonna have to put my girl Velma to the side just so I can be the best Godzilla out here. So that's it. Those are all my pros and my cons. Those are all my thoughts about this whole entire test. For, like I said, for the test, impressive. Impressive is a word that I can use, especially, you know, since, you know, I'm level-headed right now. You know, I'm being as constructive and critical as possible, because yes, like the obvious is already known. Characters that clearly need to be balanced. That goes along with everything that I was saying about the cooldowns, you know, the ability to just feel like I can punish properly, you know. Characters like Finn, Jake, the Rain Dog. Like, what are we doing? Why are they swinging? Batman, why are we swinging no punish? Like, what's going on here? Like, that stuff needs to be fixed, and that's not just for those specific characters. Everybody, mostly the characters I just named, with probably a couple others that I'm missing at this time, but that's everything, man. WB, I hope you're really listening, and I hope you take into consideration everything that I'm saying, and as far as and a lot of other people that are also saying some similar things that I'm saying right now. And I'm down, and I'm hoping for the best for this game. I do want this shit to get to the top and then some. So don't let us down, please. Listen and follow with the action, and the rest will come naturally. And y'all gonna make some heavy guap, let me tell you that. Okay, so with all that said, guys, appreciate y'all hanging out. Make sure you guys are supporting, checking me out, liking, sharing, subscribing, hit me up on Twitter, all that good stuff. Supporting links gonna be in the description as always. And make sure y'all taking care of yourself. May the power protect you, locked right here on this channel. Stay safe, stay clean, stay south. See you guys next time.